Hello and welcome to a special edition of Cracking the Cryptic. I want to talk to you about something quite exciting that's happening in the puzzle world at the moment. Nikoli, the Japanese company that was responsible for the creation of logic problems like Sudoku, has a new website where you can play their puzzles. And let me tell you a story, because I love Nikoli puzzles. You know, that this was when I was first introduced to sort of handmade puzzles, was learning about the company Nikoli and buying their books. And probably about 10 years ago, they had this wonderful website where you could play puzzles every day and you could race against the great and the good puzzle setters of the world. And then some computer program changed. It might have been JavaScript or something. That might be wrong, but it was something that basically broke the website. You couldn't play anymore, but now they've got a new one, and I have just registered for it, and I am going to play some puzzles. So, I hesitate to show you how slow I'll be at some of these, but why don't we have a quick go? Look, this one is a Slitherlink. So let's click this. Hopefully I've got the window at the right size. Oh, and I love Numberlink. I'm going to have a go at that probably. Oh, here we go. So I've got to move this up here. And Slitherlink is a game where you sort of have to do this. You have to make sure that you put the correct number of edges around these shapes. And a lot of people are very, very, very fast at these. I'm very rusty and not very fast. But, I should be able to do this in given enough time. I should. And you can sort of do that as well. You can sort of put, by right-clicking, you can do what I just did there, which is sort of a nice thing to do. It makes you feel good about the world. So that's got to do that. So that's got to do that. Now we get cut off. Look, if we did that, we'd be cut off. So we've actually got to do that, and then we've got to get out. So that's going to require something like this. Something like this. That's got to turn. You can see that. It really is a lovely puzzle, Slitherlink. It really is just very, very satisfying. Now, where do we go from here? That sounds like a Radiohead song. But look, we can do that. Cut these all off. That's now got to turn. You've got to go that way through that junction, which means you've got to go that way through there. Now we mustn't cut ourselves off here. That's probably the trick. Yeah, so I think we're going to have to do that, and that. We can do those. We can do that and that, which means that and that. Look. This has got to come out and then mustn't close. We've got to do that, mustn't close again. So we've got to do that and that and that. And hopefully we're not a million miles away now from finishing, I think. One like that, one like that, one like that. There we go. So it was terrible. It was terrible. Nearly 2 minutes. I think I would have been a minute quicker than that when I was in practice. Now, the great thing about this, though, now, I think, yeah, if we click Show Answer Recorder, I'm not sure if this will work. Yeah, look at some of these times, 43 seconds. Mimi Chan's older sister got it done in just over a minute. EKBM, that is one of the Japanese puzzle team. I know that person. Guten is a fabulous setter of puzzles. Oh, look at this. This is lovely. All of these names from the past. I won't know many, but if I do see any that I do know, I will tell you. Let's keep going. Tyler Hinman, the many-time US crossword tournament winner. It's great to see that Tyler's on this website. I'm going to have a lot of fun on here. I'm not sure how that... Oh, there's quite a lot of names, actually. I'm going to be scrolling for a while. Let me just do a quick scroll, see if I can see any definite people that I know and who I instantly recognise. No. Well, there probably will be. But, okay, let's go back. So how do I... Let's go. Okay, so look, let's do another one. Cut into squares. Now this might be... what was the Japanese name of this? It was Shikaku. It might be Shikaku, which I used to be alright at. So we'll have a quick go at... Oh, goodness. We'll try and have a quick... Oh, we've got to move it up there, look. Oh, so this is going... Okay, so this is funny. Yeah, the old version of the website had a very natural interface. But this is fine. We can do this. 15 is a very big number. I think that's got to look something like that, doesn't it? Oh, whoopsie. That'll probably mark me wrong. Oh, and then how is that going to work? Oh, whoopsie, whoopsie, whoopsie. I'm having a lot of problems with the mouse here, but I think it's something like that is what we're doing. And then that, and this, and now that, and this and that. We can do this. That 10 looks like it's coming. Yeah, because what can go in the corner if it's not the 10? It's only going to be the 10, isn't it? And now what can get down into the realms of this 12? And nothing. We're going to have to do that and that. And then I think looking at that, that's going to look like this. And like this. And like that. And now like this. And like that. And that. There we go, we did that one. So closer to a minute, which is probably what you should take for that sort of puzzle. So let's see how the answer recorders go there. Oh look, so I'm okay, so I've done a little bit better on this one. That's good. What was I? 1 minute 13. Okay, so I'm close to Guten, which is absolutely fine. That's not going to be dreadful. God, 31 seconds. You've got to have mouse dexterity to do that. That's very impressive. I mean, you've really got to be quick with a mouse. Wow. Let's see if there's any... I can't do this every time. I'm just interested. No. Okay, so let's go back and see what other puzzles we can find here. I won't do Sudoku. I do a lot of Sudoku already. Puzzle solving. I don't know what game that is. Shaka Shaka is an interesting game, but I'm not a massive fan of it. Kakuru will just take ages. Oh, Yajilin. Quite like Yajilin. Should we have a go at a Yajilin, maybe? Painted wall. I wonder what that is. Okay, let's have a look at Yajilin. At least I know the rules of Yajilin, which is, I think, probably going to be important. Alright, so let's go down here. So here, yeah, we can... So we've got to sort of do this. These zeros are telling us... Oh, whoopsie. How many black cells there are in the direction. So we're going to have to do something like that. That's going to be a black cell. That's going to come this way. And the big trick, this 1-1 means we've got to come through there, look. We've got to come through there. This 2 is finished, so we can do that, which is probably... Oh, that's a little junction. Let's draw in the little junction thingies. Those 2 have got to go in. Yeah, it's slowly coming back to me. I can sort of feel how it might come back to me if I practiced a bit. That's got to come out there and mustn't close. So we've got to do something like this, then that, then that. We're going to have too many thingies in a row if we join that up, so I'll resist doing that. Those 2 have got to go in. So we can do that. This 1 is finished, look. That's got to go underneath, so that's got to do that and that and that. And that and that. And that and that and that and that. And that something like, oh, is that no, that, yeah, be a bit careful there, Simon. Do not get carried away. Don't close. Do that. Okay, that's got to be a dot. So those 2 are both in. So that's a thingy. That's a thingy. Now, how does this 3 work? Do you think? It's quite clever, actually, the way it's ticked them off when I've done them, hasn't it? Now, this 3 is finished now. We've got to be very careful with that. That's going to have to look like that. Ooh, whoopsie. Where did that one come from? Hang on, we just need to back up a little bit there. I don't like the look of that. That's going to look like that. That's going to look like that. Oh, the 3, I just totally miscounted it. That's fine. Okay, I don't mind that so much, but because I couldn't see how it was going to work. That's going to join up. Now you can see we've got to be careful here not to create 2 loops. So let's do that. That's going to be a dot. That's going to be a dot. So everything's sort of filled in. It's just going to be a matter now of not making sure we don't mess it up. So we've got to keep the strands apart. There we go. Lovely puzzle. Lovely puzzle. How do I find out who they're by? I mean, that was I had a ricket there, didn't I? 239. So I'm still not awful. Although not as good as EKBM. And I can see the rules. Oh, here we go. Wanruko. Lovely puzzle. Right, we might do 1 or 2 more because it's quite exciting to do this, isn't it? I want to pick puzzles where I actually know the rules. Let's try this one. Let's go even more modern. Or maybe if we're lucky, we might find a Numberlink. I really like Numberlink puzzles. Puzzle solving Kakuru. Astronomical show. I wonder what that is. Slalom. I wonder what many of these. I'm sure. Leave me alone. Oh, there's a Numberlink. Should we have a go at this? Numberlink is this fascinating puzzle where you basically have to join numbers together. So if we come here, you know, we've got to join the 11s together. Now, of course, it could look like that, and it probably does, but you can't be sure. You have to sort of think it through. There are some little techniques, so you can start off doing something like this. But how are we going to join all this up? That's the question. So where's there's a 13 here and a 13 here, and they've got to get together. And there's a 2 here, a 12 here. It would be quite amusing to me if you weren't meant to join the 11s up straight away. What about this 12? That's got to go on a journey. Yeah, that's quite interesting, isn't it? I'm almost wondering whether I have to join that up there. The 14 probably joins up. And how do we get this 5 to connect up? Where's the other 5? Here. So we're coming down here. Now, do you think we're doing this? Or are we connecting up? I think we're going to be doing that. That would be my guess. I think we're going to be doing this. Now we've got to get this 6 to connect up. So we're going to duck the 6 around the edge and then connect up the 2. And now we can connect up the 10. That looks nice. This looks right, doesn't it? It's funny, this puzzle, because you can really get a sense. When you're on the right track, it sort of just feels like the world makes sense. At least that's how I feel anyway. So that 5 is going to have to drop down there. The 4 can now come round the corner. The 9 can come across. That 5 can now dip down here, and it's all starting to make sense now. What do you think we do with this 8? That's less clear to me. And we've got to get the 6 to connect up. So the 13 is going to come... I think it might do that, you know. And the 15 is coming round the corner. Oh, that's wrong. Yeah, this 15, it now can't be efficient, so we're gonna just unwind that because that's definitely wrong. So, how do we fix it? Let's have a think. Maybe the 15 is more likely to do that. And how can we connect? We now need something to do this, which feels very unlikely. It's not that 6 isn't going all the way round, is it? No, it can't. How do we connect this 13? The 13, maybe the 13's going all the way round, actually. Or no, maybe the 15. I keep changing my mind about how this is going to work. I've got myself in a pickle here, but I think I might have the chance to escape the pickle. It's vicious little thing. That's how it has to work. Look, and now we can connect the 11 and the 3. Oh, whoopsie! I got myself unpickled. That was beautiful. What a clever puzzle. The way that you're looking at it as a sort of reader. You go, whoop, oh, that must be right. No, it's not. No, it's not at all. 335 for that one. Let's see. Less people have managed to solve that. Look, so I'm slow on that one. Slow, not the slowest, but slower than I should have been. And slower than I would be if I was a bit more in practice, but I still have fun. Right, let's have another look. A super advanced painted wall. That's going to take hours as well. That's a huge puzzle. Let's see if we can just see anything else. I actually understand what the puzzle is. Slalom Astronomical Show, Art Museum. Well, because there should be something like Heyawake and Nurikabe. Shouldn't there be a Nurikabe? I wonder. Oh, is that Masyu? Yeah, there's. Okay, let's dramatic. I don't know what that means. Painted wall. Should we click painted wall? I might not know what this game is. If I don't know what it is, then we won't waste time on it. But I might do. I'll have to see it to know whether I know what it is or not. Show me. Please. What's happened? I don't know. Painted wall. Painted wall's really stumped it. Come on, painted wall. What's going on? Have I made an error or something? Or maybe it's a very complicated diagram and it takes a long time to load. Anything is possible. We'll chat among view rules. If I view the rules, is that? Oh, that's. I don't understand. Oh, no, that is Nurikabe. That is. Oh, come on! I want this to load now. I really like Nurikabe. Oh, there we go. Oh, it says Nurikabe player. Right, this is a fabulous thing. So what was it? Was it painted wall or something? So Mark and I actually did a stream when we did a few painted walls. Which, because of Nurikabe World was the name of the game, but oopsie, which is a lovely game. So let's just see how we get on with this. Can't make anything look like that. That's got to get out. That's got to get out. This has got to go that way. Boom, 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 boom. We can do all of that. Don't connect those up. That would be a terrible thing to do. Boom. I suspect the only thing that can connect to is that, so we'll connect that up. And now that's got to live in the corner like that. Whoopsie, these have got to come out like that. That's got to get out. Something's got to get in there, look. That's going to be challenging. I think it has to be done like that. Right, now where do we go from there? That's not immediately. Oh, hang on. No, this is bad. 1, 2, 3. Because the black area all has to connect up. So I've made a boo-boo there. So it's got to look like that, like that, like that, actually. Let's be a bit careful there as well. Gosh, I'm really rusty at this. It's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. That's got to not go in there. So okay, so now it's becoming a bit clearer how this is meant to work. But yeah, this is not been as smooth a solve as it should have been at all. But we're still in it. We're still not completely and utterly bereft yet. I think that's going to look like that. And then maybe that. No, that doesn't look right, but that looks right. Oh, okay, that was great. So what was it was called? What was it called? I can't remember. painted wall or something. So painted wall is fabulous. Let's go back to the... How do I do this? Apologies for my ineptitude. View rules. Show answer recorder. Yeah, but I made an error. I was still not the slowest. Let's go back there. Okay, so painted wall is a very good puzzle. Puzzle solving. Cut into squares. We've seen one of those already. Should we have a look at a Masyu? I haven't done a Masyu for a long time. Leave me alone. I wonder what that is. Let's have a look at a Masyu. Oh yeah, this is like visiting an old friend. Goodness me. So you have to... There's a few funny rules to Masyu that basically you just have to learn. But when you learn them, all of a sudden the puzzle becomes really quite delightful. Boom, 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 gosh. And even though I haven't done this for a long time, I'm still sort of remembering some of the things you have to do. I think you have to do that. I think we're going to have to do all of those. That. I want these two to both turn, but I think it has to turn in one of the cells, so I think we can do that, and that, and that. And now we have to get this out. And that, and that, and that, and that. And that, presumably, and that. I am guessing a bit. It's funny, I'm sort of relying on, whoopsie. I'm relying on some part of my brain that understands what to do, and I have no clue what that part is telling me, or, why it's telling me things, but I think it is. Now, that's going to do that, isn't it? So that's got to get out, that's got to get out, that's got to do that. That looks a bit strange to me. I think those two both have to turn. Something is telling me that that's necessary, and they mustn't close. And this has got to get out, otherwise then we've got to keep this all apart, so we must be doing something like that, I think. That's got to drop down now, otherwise we're in a pickle. That's got to drop down, or there's a pickle. That's got to now go up. That's got to turn. And we must make sure that we connect up properly here. And I think that's going to require this. That is what my brain is telling me. Oh no, my brain might be completely and utterly wrong. Hang on. That did not look right, did it? If that has to turn, we now can't go that way, so we must go that way. Okay, that gets us out of that little conundrum. Now, how do we unfold all of this stuff? We must go that way, we must go that way, we must go that way, so that's all forced. These two have to connect. Now that's, oh I see, but that would, no they don't. If that was the case, this couldn't be unique. So by uniqueness we know that's going to happen. But let's just try and do it a slightly more structured way. Can't join those up, so that's got to do that, that's got to do that, that's got to drop down. Now, yeah, if we join this up, we'd create a loop on the right hand side, so we mustn't do that. Now we've got to join that, join that, join that, and join that. There we go, we finished the puzzle. Lovely. It is just like visiting old friends. So we did the painted wall, didn't we? I wonder if there is I wonder what Heyawake is. I used to read room division. Do you think that might be Heyawake? Should we have a go? It might be. If it's not, never mind. I don't know what room division. That's Heyawake. There we go. This used to be one of my favourite games. You have to make sure all of the green connects up, and you can never put two black cells next to one another orthogonally. So you can get this thing, and there's a funny rule about how many walls you can cross with greenery that you have to obey. And I can't quite remember how that rule works, but again, some part of my brain is able to do this, even though I don't really know how. It's really strange. So let's fill in some of this. And how's that 4 working? Well, I tell you, it's working like that, which means that's a thing, doesn't it? We can do that in that 4. Is that possible? I think that's going to pen everything in, so I think we have to do that then, and that's got to get out. And now we've got to go that way. So I think what I did there was logical. Something like that feels right, doesn't it? And then we're going to cut off the bottom if that 3 was the other way up. So we'll do it that way up. That's got to be out now. We do all those things. It's now getting quite late, but never mind. We're still in the game. We've got to get all of this out. So that 4 is rather pretty in terms of how it worked. That's got to be a thing. So that 3 goes round the other way. That's got to be a thing. That's got to be a thing. Oh, there we go. Done it. That's lovely, isn't it? 157. Probably that wasn't absolutely shocking, given yeah, I beat some people there, given how long it is since I've done Room Division, Heyawake. Anyway, just to commend this site to you, these puzzles are all handmade. You can see that one's by Aqua Blue. They're beautiful puzzles. They are. They don't take very long unless you do the absolutely massive ones, and they will give you a great deal of pleasure, and I commend them to you. And I'll put a link to this website underneath the video in case any of you are interested. Thanks for watching, and go and check out Nikoli. Bye for now.